Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at the Anointed David Saves Keilah, which is a biblical tale of David and the Goliath, where he is past that point and he is on his way to save a town from the Philistines. It's an interesting concept for a game, I'm not gonna lie. It seems like they've tried too hard on the graphics while still weirdly falling short. People look odd in the game, but not really focusing on things that matter, like mechanics and like optimization. The game is not well optimized at all. It wouldn't even, like, it took a while to get into this screen because the original sort of like bit that shows off the creators and stuff, the opening credits, if you will, were laggy as shit with the animation. What's worse is you've got to wait until you get into the game before you can change any of the options. But we'll do that. We'll go into the options and I will show you everything that's going on there, and then we'll actually jump into the game and see how it looks and how it plays, etc. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Alright, your options then. You've got your general, which is just difficulty mode and tip text. Apparently that's all you need. Video is lacking in one major option, and that is to turn the motion blur off. I don't know why they've not added that. I don't know why that's not a thing, but the motion blur in this game is fucking awful. It is so full on with everything you do. Just turning the camera around makes me feel nauseous. You've got your resolution, display mode, your resolution scale, FPS limit, and VSync, which is good. You've got dynamic resolution and HDR if you've got a HDR monitor. Everything is set to ultra, and once you're in the game, it does run fine, although cutscenes do not run very well at all. This game has, again, not been well optimized as yet. Audio settings, everything's at maximum when you start into the game, but honestly, there aren't that many sounds. There's not that much music. There's no music in the opening scene. There's no music in the actual game that I can see. So I don't know why or where this music is. I don't know if it's on a loop, but I haven't really heard any. It's very, very quiet as the game goes. Then you've got your controls. Now these can be rebindable. You've got different sensitivities up here, so you can choose to increase or decrease how sort of sensitive they are, and you can rebind everything, which is good. Other than that, there's not really a lot here. You've got a lot of different things. So you've got your mission down here, you've got your phases, quizzes, prayer tips, statistics, etc. But on the whole, as the game goes, this is just extras that you might need to keep track of everything. But the actual options themselves, not a huge amount, honestly. I would expect a bit more with how high they've tried to make the graphics appear. Let's look at the gameplay and see what it actually plays like. One other thing I'd like to know is that whenever you Alt-Tab out, it kind of changes the resolution of everything for a split second. Another sort of proof, if you like, that the game is very poorly optimized. It doesn't like it when you Alt-Tab out when you're on full screen mode. But we're going to show you just how bad the motion blur is. As I take my mouse here and spin, you can see everything is just horrible. You're always running. The mouse is just... Please, let me get rid of this motion blur before I actually vomit all over my own screen. That aside, though, if you can deal with that, you can ride a horse. It gives you a horse straight away. The game sort of feels like it's starting in the middle, right? I feel like the game would probably have been better if you'd have started as David as a kid and worked up to this point, because you've got your weapon, you've got your shield, you've got your armor, right? You're fully equipped, you're respected, you're known. It feels like I'm playing the game from halfway through. But that aside, you do have combat. You have a slingshot, which doesn't seem to want to always work, which is weird. I don't know why. Apparently you're meant to hit the right key, but you've got to take it out first. So you've got to use your 3 button to take it out, and then you aim like this. I'm not sure how I feel about this crosshair. It's a bit weird, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, so shooting your crossbar, or your slingshot, sorry, not the best. And then you leave it out, which leads you to another problem. If I try just hitting somebody, even though I've got this slingshot out, what happens is it kind of goes up in the air and just stays in the air, which is weird and odd and strange. So that's not ideal. You can jump and you take this weird animation. Now, on term of graphics, it sort of looks like it's trying to be better than what it is, right? Some of the graphics and textures look really amazing and really cool, but then you look at the character models and their faces are just off. They're just really weird. And I don't know how to feel about it. So you got your combat, you've got RPG elements where you can talk and stuff. You've got to break these jars in order to gain the knowledge of stuff, I guess. The markers don't really fit the theme either. They're sort of like an afterthought with this horrible sort of white diamond. It doesn't really fit the theme. Honestly, it would have been better if they'd stylized it a little bit. They've got the Star of David here in pretty much everything, or prayer and everything, so why not make it a Star of David to go to, you know? Why not make it sort of make sense that way? Now, this is what I mean by the character models. Some of them look really good, and then some of them look like this. This looks like something out of a PS2 era game. You do have choices, but the choices tend to be the one. It's like you can just leave, or you can respond. But you only get the one response choice, so why not just have it as a piece of dialogue? There is voice acting in the game, but it seems to be the narrator only, which is also a big shame. It would be nice to see what is going on with this donkey's eyes. What the hell? Again, it gives me a feeling that the game is unfinished. Right? That's what this game gives me a feeling of. It looks like it's halfway done. I mean, he's milking its leg. Just take that in. As an RPG and adventure game, the world looks pretty massive, even though it's not. Like, the game is literally just this one mission of going and stopping this war from happening, or this attack from happening. And it just seems a bit odd. The world seems a little bit empty. I'm not too keen on the whole biblical thing anyway. I mean, they're good stories, but outside of that, like, make no bones about it, I don't believe in it. But yeah, as a story for the base of a game or whatever, it seems legit. I just wish that it didn't feel haphazardly done from halfway through the center of the game and just looking unfinished. Really, that's all I've got to say. The game feels incomplete. The game feels like it's been pushed out. It feels like it needs more doing to it. But let me know in those comments down below what you think. Let me know what you feel as to whether you would play this game or not, if it's a subject that interests you. If you are Christian, or if you are biblical and you do like this sort of thing, are you more likely to play this because of the theme or less of the theme? Let me know in those comments down below, guys, and I will see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.